And welcome to a somewhat special edition of the Shadow Gallery, because it's still the same night that I did my new comics, bitches! And I wanted to talk a bit about continuity, because, you'll have to forgive me, I forget your name. I'm sure that, once I go through my videos, I'll find it, and I'll, kind of give you a shout out here. But somebody talked about comic continuity, specifically in relation to team books. Because he pointed out something that was interesting, that now in the Avengers series, just Avengers, not New Avengers, not Secret Avengers, just Avengers. Apparently, in New Avengers or something, that Mockingbird is fighting for her life, something to that effect. And in issue 13 of the Avengers, Hawkeye is, getting all flirty with Spider-Woman, and you would think that more would be on his mind than, another potential piece of ass. Because obviously we know, Hawkeye is big into that. He's always been known as kind of like the ladies' man, as coincidentally Green Arrow is kind of the ladies' man of the DC universe, or at least one of them. So it's just, that has always been a big problem of mine, is when you have either a solo title and that same person appears in a team book, and then you have a bunch of team books that a lot of them have either the same character or similar characters, and they have nothing to do with what's going on either in their solo book or wherever else. So I mean, basically, and I know that you can't do it this way, but the team books that are just team books have a big advantage over people who are grouped together as a team that don't appear in 20 other comics. Wolverine, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's really getting stretched thin now, because, obviously in his own title, he's in FF, he's in Venom now, at least for right now he is, and, he's a member of the Avengers, and he's also a member of the New Avengers. So you've got, Steve Rogers, who, kind of oversees all of the Avengers teams. I have no idea if he's part of the New Avengers, but he's definitely a part of Secret Avengers, and, so he's getting, and he's, working in, the Captain America book, trying to make a decision whether or not to pick up the shield again, so he's getting stretched thin. Batman, first of all, I have no idea which, okay, so I think that Bruce Wayne is in Batman Incorporated, and he's also in, Batman the Dark Knight, David Finch series. But it seems to be Dick Grayson is in all of the other ones. So he's in, he's in Batman, he's in Detective Comics, he's in Batman and Robin. So, again, stretching him thin, because not a lot of this shit seems to overlap. Now, back a long time ago, Batman, an issue of Detective Comics would lead, directly into an issue of Batman. It may be a different writing team and a different art team, but, and this is a long time ago. This is, from, maybe in the 70s, and the 80s, and the early 80s. Because that's how you would follow the story for Batman. Is you would go from one book would have it, this week, and then 2 weeks later you'd have the follow-up issue, but it would be either Detective Comics following Batman or vice versa. the only time that I've really seen a team book kind of get it right, and this is going back into the either the very late 80s or the very early 90s, and that is Justice League Europe. So you know where I'm going. You know how far back I'm going with this. Justice League Europe. And this was around the time that Grant Morrison was doing his fantastic work on Animal Man. And after Animal Man's whole family had just been killed, they take the time to say, okay, you know what? Animal Man's taking a break from Justice League Europe because his whole fucking family just got killed. So even though that didn't really, even though definitely, Animal Man back home was going through a lot of really weird shit, like he was traveling through time and so on and so forth, he was, again, at least they took the time to address it. So I shouldn't say that was the last time, but it's one of the really big moments that sticks out in my mind as continuity from a solo book to a team book actually keeping pace. So I mean, I don't even think, for instance, the whole Civil War Back in Black story arc of Spider-Man didn't even get into Spider-Man, even though it was going on during Civil War. Or did it? I don't know. I mixed memories about that. I feel like I have to get it chronologically, like all the tie-in books and everything like that. But I'm not going to do that. That's almost a waste of time and probably an even bigger waste of money. Although I really liked Civil War. That's been actually like the last kind of mega event that I thought was actually really powerful storytelling. But that's an issue for another time. So I'm sorry, with the exception of Brightest Day. I'm talking about Marvel, I guess. That's their big events. Anyway, so that's so if there's anybody who's out there who watches, who knows, who has more examples of continuity where it actually flows well into the other books, or just totally blatant continuity fuck-ups, I'm here for you guys and gals. Just please, give me a shout. Let me know. Comment on the page. There's a couple different ways that you can put up your comments. So, just, give me a holler. Let me know what you think. That's all I'm saying. So, until next time, I am signing off now. So this is James Donnelly with the Shadow Gallery. Subscribe, like it, don't like it, don't subscribe. If you do subscribe, tell your friends. They might like me too. So, we'll see you later. Shadow Gallery is now closed.